Welcome, everyone. Today, you're not just watching another English learning video. You're entering a new chapter of your life. Because what I'm about to give you, these 10 English learning tips, are not just tips. They are tools. Tools that can break your fear, build your confidence, and completely change the way you speak, think, and feel in English. Maybe you've tried learning before. Maybe you've downloaded apps, watched grammar videos, memorized vocabulary, listened to podcasts, and still, you feel stuck. Still afraid. Still unsure when someone asks you something in English. Still translating in your head. Still not fluent. You're not alone. Most learners face this, not because they are lazy, but because no one gave them the right direction. No one told them how to actually learn English. In a way that feels natural, in a way that actually works, and in a way that builds fluency step by step. So today, that changes. These tips are not from textbooks. They are from real success, from learners who started from zero and became fluent. These tips are not about showing off perfect grammar. They are about real communication, real confidence, and real progress. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. You need the right path. And you need to start now. So let's begin with the first and most important tip. A tip that, if you understand it deeply, can completely change how fast you improve. Tip 1. Speak from day one, not someday. The biggest mistake most English learners make is waiting. Waiting until their English is better. Waiting until they learn more words. Waiting until they feel ready. But let me ask you something. When will you be ready? You will never feel ready. Because confidence doesn't come before you speak. It comes after you speak. Let me make this very clear. You do not learn to speak English by only listening. You do not learn to speak English by only reading. You learn to speak English by speaking English. That's it. Think about how you learned your native language as a child. You didn't wait. You just spoke. You made mistakes. You said things wrong. You were corrected. And over time, you improved. That's how you became fluent. Why do we forget that simple truth when we grow up? Every single day. Speak English. Even if it's just to yourself, even if it's just one sentence, even if no one is around to listen, stand in front of your mirror, look into your eyes, and say, "Good morning. Today I will learn something new. I am strong. I am learning English. I'm proud of myself. Today I will talk about my childhood. Let me describe my favorite movie. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. It doesn't matter if your grammar is wrong. It doesn't matter if your accent is strong. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to grow. And growth only happens through action. There are people who study English for 5 years and still can't speak. And there are people who speak broken English for 6 months and suddenly become fluent. What's the difference? The first group waited. The second group spoke. So here's your new rule. From this day forward, I will speak English every day, no matter what. No excuses, no fear, no waiting. Because every time you speak, your brain gets stronger. Every time you speak, your fear gets smaller. Every time you speak, your confidence grows. This is how fluency begins. This is how English becomes your language. Not by waiting, but by starting. Right now, today, this moment. Tip 2. Train your mouth, not just your brain. Most learners only train their brain. They study grammar. They memorize vocabulary. They read books. They listen to podcasts. They even watch movies in English. But when someone suddenly asks them, "Can you tell me about your weekend?" they freeze. Their brain is full of knowledge, but their mouth doesn't know how to move. Why? Because speaking is a physical skill, just like dancing, swimming, or playing the guitar. You don't become a guitar player by reading a book about music. You don't become a dancer by watching dance videos. You become a speaker by speaking. You become fluent by training your mouth, again and again, until the words flow without fear, without effort, without panic. Most people think English is only a language, but fluent English is a habit. It's a combination of memory, rhythm, confidence, and muscle movement. And that muscle is your mouth. If your mouth is not trained, your brain will feel blocked. You will understand everything, but you won't be able to say it. That's why starting today, you must train your mouth just like an athlete trains their body. So how do you do it? Step 1. Shadowing. Take a short English audio or video. 1 or 2 minutes is enough. Choose someone whose English you admire, someone who speaks clearly. Now do this. Listen to the sentence. Pause the video. Repeat the sentence out loud, exactly like the speaker. Copy their tone. Copy their rhythm. Copy their style. Don't change the words. Don't worry if it's fast. Just try. Do this for 5 minutes a day. Every day. This is called shadowing, and it is the most powerful way to train your speaking muscle. You're not just saying the words. You're training your brain to think in English and your mouth to move automatically. You're building fluency, sentence by sentence. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need a teacher. You don't even need a perfect environment. You just need your voice, your focus, and your will. Even if you're in your bedroom, even if you're in the bathroom, speak. Because the person who speaks wins. The person who trains their mouth becomes fluent faster than anyone else. No more overthinking, no more silence, just movement, just practice, just power. So remember this forever. Reading gives you knowledge, but speaking gives you power. Train your mouth, and fluency will follow. Tip 3. Test yourself weekly. Track real progress. Let me tell you a secret. What you don't measure, you can't improve. Most English learners study for months and still feel confused. Why? Because they never stop and check. Am I actually improving? Imagine going to the gym and lifting weights every day, but never checking if your muscles are growing. You would feel lost. You would feel demotivated. You would quit. That's exactly what happens to English learners who never test themselves. So from now on, you must become your own English coach. You must test yourself, not once a year, not once a month, but every week. Not to judge yourself, but to track your progress. Because when you can see that you're growing, you become unstoppable. Let me give you the most powerful weekly test system. It's simple, it's real, and it works. 1. Record yourself speaking. Choose one topic, any topic. Talk about your week. Talk about your childhood. Talk about your favorite food. Talk about a movie you watched. Now set a timer for 2 minutes. Start speaking in English. Don't stop. Don't think too much. Just speak. After you finish, listen to your recording. Ask yourself, did I hesitate a lot? Did I forget words I know? Was I confident? Can I say it better? Then repeat the same topic the next week and compare. You will hear your growth. 2. Vocabulary check. At the start of the week, learn 5 new words. Use each one in 3 different sentences. At the end of the week, ask, can I still remember those words? Can I use them naturally in speaking? If not, revise and repeat. This builds long-term memory, not just short-term learning. 3. Listening challenge. Choose a 2-minute English video. Listen to it once without subtitles. Can you understand 70%? If not, don't feel bad. That's your level today. Now watch it again. Pause, repeat, shadow. After 3 days, listen again without subtitles. Ask, can I understand more now? Can I repeat some of the sentences? That's how real progress is measured. 4. Writing reflection. At the end of each week, write a short paragraph in English. What did I do this week? What did I learn? What was difficult? What made me proud? It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be real. Save it. Next week, write again. Compare both. Over time, your grammar improves. Your sentence length increases. Your confidence grows. This weekly system is not just for practice. It's for proof. When you test yourself regularly, you build self-awareness, self-discipline, self-trust, self-motivation. And all 4 are more important than grammar, because grammar can be learned. But motivation must be built, and testing builds it faster than anything else. So promise yourself this. I will test my English every week because I deserve to know how far I've come and how far I can still go. Tip 4. Make English part of your life, not just a subject. One of the biggest reasons people fail to become fluent in English is because they treat it like a school subject. They treat it like math or science. They study it for 30 minutes a day, then go back to their normal life, thinking, talking, and living in their native language the rest of the time. That doesn't work, because fluency is not built in a classroom. Fluency is not built by studying rules once a day. Fluency is built by living with English every single day in every part of your life. Let me explain. If you want to master English, you must create an environment where English is not something you study, but something you naturally experience. It must become part of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, and even your sleep. It must live in your phone. It must live in your thoughts. It must live in your routine. That's how children learn languages, not by studying, but by living in that language all day, every day. In the morning. As soon as you wake up, speak 3 English sentences. Say, good morning. Today is a new day. I will grow today. Instead of checking your phone in your native language, change your phone's language to English. Yes, change your settings. This small change forces your brain to see English all the time. Play a 5-minute English audio while brushing your teeth or making tea. Start your day with English sounds. During the day, talk to yourself in English while doing simple tasks. For example, while cooking. I'm cutting the onions. Now I'm boiling the water. I need salt. Think in English. Don't translate. If you're walking somewhere, say in your mind, I'm going to the store. I need to buy milk. It's hot today. If you use social media, follow English-speaking accounts. Turn your feed into your classroom. At night. Before sleeping, write 3 lines about your day in English. Even if it's simple. I had a good day. I studied English. I feel proud. Or record a 1-minute voice message to yourself in English. Describe your mood, your thoughts, or your goals. The result? English will no longer feel like a separate activity. It will become your second skin. It will become your second home. It will become your everyday world. You won't need to remember English, because English will become part of your daily identity. This is how fluency is born, not through hard study, but through daily exposure, daily interaction, and daily energy. So from now on, don't say, I will study English. Say, I will live in English. That simple change in mindset will change your results forever. Tip 5. Stop translating. Start thinking in English. Right now, most learners think like this. They hear a question in English. They translate it into their native language. They think of the answer in their native language. Then they try to translate that answer back into English. By the time they respond, it's already too late. They feel nervous. They forget grammar. They freeze. Why? Because translation creates delay, and delay kills confidence. If you want to speak fluently, you must stop using your native language as a middleman. You must train your brain to think directly in English. Now you might say, but how can I do that? I always think in my own language first. The answer is slowly, gently, daily. Just like how a baby learns to think in language. Step 1. Label your environment. Wherever you are, start naming objects in English in your mind. You walk into your room. Say in your mind, this is a chair, that's my desk, this is my phone, the fan is on, the window is open. You're not speaking, you're just thinking in English. Do this throughout the day. Step 2. Narrate your actions. Whatever you're doing, say it in your mind in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing my face. I'm getting dressed. I'm going to the bus stop. I'm listening to music. This helps your brain connect English to real life, not just grammar books. Step 3. Express your feelings. Start practicing simple thoughts and emotions in English. I feel tired. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I'm grateful. I'm learning. When you do this, you're not just learning words. You're building an English mind. Step 4. Ask and answer. Practice small inner conversations in English. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. What should I eat? Maybe I'll make some rice. Where are my keys? I think they're on the table. These little conversations build thinking fluency, and that fluency becomes speaking fluency. Step 5. Be patient. It's a process. At first it will feel slow. You will struggle to find words. You might give up and go back to your native language. That's okay, but do not stop. Even 5 minutes of thinking in English every day will make a huge difference in 30 days. After 3 months, your brain will start choosing English naturally. After 6 months, English will become your automatic response system. And after 1 year, you will not just speak English. You will live inside it. So promise yourself this. I will stop translating. I will start thinking in English, even if it's slow, even if it's difficult. I will build my English brain one thought at a time. Because your brain is like a garden, and English thoughts are the seeds. The more you plant, the more fluency will grow. Tip 6. Learn sentences, not just words. Most English learners make the same mistake in the beginning. They try to memorize long vocabulary lists. They write down 50 or 100 new words and repeat them again and again like flashcards. Yes, they may remember a few, but most of those words disappear from their mind after a few days. Why? Because words without context are like bricks without a wall. Imagine carrying 100 bricks in your hands, but never building anything with them. You'll get tired, you'll get frustrated, and eventually you'll drop everything. That's what happens when you learn only words. You carry heavy knowledge, but it never becomes real language. If you want to remember words, use them in sentences. Because sentences are not just about memorizing. They are about understanding, feeling, and using. A sentence is like a complete thought. A sentence has structure, emotion, grammar, flow, and rhythm. It's what you actually speak in real life. No one walks around saying just excited, opportunity, challenge. We speak in sentences. I'm excited about tomorrow. This is a great opportunity. I love challenges. That's what makes the word stay in your brain. Let's say you want to learn the word confident. Most people write, confident equals feeling sure of yourself, but you must go deeper. You must use it. Now say, I feel confident when I speak in English. She looks so confident on stage. I'm not confident about my answer. Speaking daily is making me more confident. Confidence comes from daily action. Now you're not just memorizing the word, you're living it. You're using it in different contexts. Your brain is now connecting the word with real emotions and situations. And when you do that, you never forget it. Learn full sentence patterns, not just vocabulary. Instead of memorizing, tomorrow. Go, mark it. Learn a real-life sentence like,